first of all, let me tell you that the petrol prices have got 270. The informal economy in Pakistan is bigger than the formal economy, and that's why the entire system is working. Since people have enough money, people have enough jobs, everybody is talking it will default. The Greece defaulted, Spain defaulted, other countries defaulted. So if we will default, that will be our own. This is going to be a failure and bad situation. But let me tell you, the people of Pakistan are resilient. They can fight back. Things will be better. It's not that it's economic crisis. We are a nation of 230 million people. We have survived against
That is to
Indian
completely shut your eyes to the reality, Qamar. I mean, that's an emotional response.
We have seen Indian hostilities so far. We will face this as well. Don't worry, my friend.
One sentence. Chief,
wasn't even talking about Indian hostilities, but anyway, yes, Sushant.
So, this is the other myth which people like Dr. Cheema, when they want to act very brave and, show a lot of bravado, they say, but, we have such a big informal economy. Yes, you have, which is precisely the reason why your country is in the kind of doghouse it is in. If you have such a large informal economy, the state collapses. A state cannot survive if that state cannot collect taxes.
Exactly.
That's the fundamental principle of statehood. And if your state cannot collect taxes from people, and the people are very rich but the state is very poor, the state withers away. When the state withers away, even those people who are doing their black ka paisa will not be able to do it.
Yeah.
You are looking at, this is the definition of a failed state. But, he's a PhD in whatever, so I suppose he knows more than I know.
Okay, he's smiling, but I suspect not in a very happy way. But Ambassador Dogra, last couple of questions. What kind of, since Qamar brought up Indian hostilities, I'll end by asking you, what kind of impact, if any, does this have on India? What should India be looking out for right now?
Well, I don't think it will have a direct impact on India. Whether Pakistan economically goes down the tube or there are some protests, they will be limited to the territory of Pakistan. The only impact that can happen is when Pakistan starts exporting terrorism in a big way. But that's a separate question and a bigger question. Time only will tell. But what I want to emphasize is, which both Mr. Cheema and Sushant have detailed well, is that there is no way, despite agreeing to all the IMF conditions, and they have agreed to them 23 times earlier, as I said, there is no way Pakistan can come out of this hole, because it does not have the industrial base, it does not have the export capacity. Its exports are just 10% of the GDP. And to sustain a kind of a good balance of payments position, it must have more than 20%.
Yeah.
And when you have the Prime Minister of the country saying that I am ashamed to hold out my hand to beg from other countries, you are in a serious position. And when the Finance Minister says that out of the 3 A's, America, Army and Allah, now only Allah can help us, that means the situation is really dire.
Gone beyond, yeah. It's
So we have a situation where the best economists in the world cannot help Pakistan, because you need long-term restructuring of the country, where you set up industries, because unless you have exports, you cannot get back on your feet. Unless you have industries, you cannot move away from the consumption.
Absolutely.
Pakistan is a consumption economy today, which produces very little.